Hi everybody, welcome back to Taz's Wig Closet. This is Taz, and today I thought it might be really fun just to kind of give you a look at what I have been wearing lately. As you know, my summer short series has been ongoing and I've been wearing a lot of short styles, but it also may surprise you that I still love my medium and long styles and continue to wear those as well. I don't think I ever wear the same wig twice in a row, like 2 days in a row. I'm not sure that I've ever done that except for my high impact when I was interviewing and then going to several meetings, like one day and then the next day. Also, I wore my editor's pick to a convention that was a 3-day convention last year. And I wore that 3 days in a row, but it looked different every time. So I'm the type that I like to switch it up a lot. And the most popular question that I get, and perhaps the most difficult question I get, is, Taz, what's your favorite wig? That is so hard to answer because I love so many different styles. And it depends on the day, it depends on my mood, it depends on the occasion. So that's how I kind of determine what my favorite wig is. But if we want to narrow that down to how many times I wear a wig, you know, how many different types of settings, office, casual settings I wear a particular wig, I still would have to say that the Raquel Welch Editor's Pick is my favorite wig to date. I also love, and a close second would be the Belle Madame Carlota. I wear that quite a bit as well. And I could go on and on and on because I just love so many different styles. But that doesn't mean that I've abandoned my favorite wigs just because I'm not wearing them recently. But I want to show you just a peek at what I've been wearing recently. So this is a little surprise wig, and I've done a review on it, and I will be posting that. But this is Rena by Rena of Paris. Those photos in the photo shoot there at the on the retail websites and things, they just don't do this wig justice. There's so much you cannot see about a wig just by looking at a manufacturer's photo. So thank goodness for videos. So this is Brenna, and Brenna is a cute, adorable short style that has amazing movement, and I have enjoyed wearing this to the office and to the grocery, and it just is a miraculous little thing that you can just stick on and go, and it looks fantastic wherever you go. One of my favorite things about this wig is that it does have a lace front and a left mono part, and then it's an open cap. This color is awesome. This is the Rose Gold R, and as I went into a little bit in my review, my full review, which I will post here in the coming weeks, Rose Gold R is just a beautiful color, and it is not gold. It doesn't read gold. It's just like, let's say, a John Renault 12FSD, but brighter. Has a lot of dimension. It's firmly blonde, and those ashy highlights really tone down any gold that you may see, that caramely gold. So again, this is Brenna, and I've been wearing her quite a bit lately, so I thought I'd show her. The fibers are very dry and light. You're going to want to moisturize this one after every use, but every time I wear it, it just gets more flexible and airy, and I love it. All right, so let's take a look. A lot of the wigs that you see back here on my dresser are wigs that sort of are up to bat in my lineup to wear in the coming days. So I can tell you that I have been wearing my Raquel Welch Straight Up with a Twist. Love this style. Let's go ahead and put that one on so I can do a bit of a spin for you. This has been a favorite. It's an all-time favorite, and it's also been a favorite lately just because of the practical length and fine cap features. So here's Straight Up with a Twist in my favorite shaded Biscuit, which is, I think it's 1923. if I'm not mistaken, but it's the shaded version of the Biscuit. I absolutely love this wig. It flatters so many face shapes, and it goes with so much clothing. It can be casual, it can be dressed up, and it's just a fabulous everyday wig style. Love that lace front. So this has been straight up with a twist, and I love to wear it just like this. I've always been a fan of parting this one more towards the middle. It just frames the face so nicely, and it does keep the bangs out of the face nicely. But this can be parted anywhere because it is a mono top, a full mono top. I've worn it in a bit of a twist or a braid off to the side, which is so cute. And the fibers feel divine on this. Just love it. All right, so what's next? I have worn my Sky by Wille quite a bit, and so I think I'll go ahead and show you that one next. So here's Sky by Wille in the color Light Honey Rooted. I remember when I used to think this was a short wig. And since then I have really gotten into pixie and shortcuts, and I've had so much more shorter than this one. But I love these layers. They frame the face so nicely. It's a bit of an asymmetrical design cut with a lot of cute shaggy layers. It's open cap. It's super cool, and it looks good with everything. Sky by Wille. So this is Raquel Welch, Pitch Perfect, in the color Shadow Shades Cream, which is SS 2361, I believe. And I wear the heck out of this in the last month, and I absolutely love this color. I love the ease of it, and just that classic style, kind of like the straight up with a twist. It goes and goes and goes. Sometimes I clip it up, let it down. Sometimes I wear it behind my ear. There's so many different ways you can style this one. This one is a lace front and open top. It does have some permatease, but it's just such a flexible little style, and the price point is so much better than the straight up with a twist. I'm thinking the straight up with a twist is like $364, and this one is like $179. So would you rather have one straight up with a twist or a couple of these? You know, that's kind of what it boils down to. Love it. I got a lot of compliments. I had some lady in the grocery store. She was in line behind me, and we were checking out, and it was a sizable line, and you know, you just get a vibe about something like, I feel somebody's staring at me right now. And so this lady, and every time I would look at her, she'd sort of look away, and she didn't really, at that point, didn't want to start conversation so much. But when we finally got up there, she kind of worked up the courage to tell me how much she loved this hair, and is that my real color, who does my color, that kind of thing. So we still had a little bit of time left in the line, so I explained to her that this is a wig, and she was shocked. She was just absolutely shocked. You know the feeling, and you feel good when somebody asks you about your hair, and then you decide, you can decide whether to tell them or not. And in most situations where it's just a passing compliment, I never ever feel the need to say, this is a wig. But in this particular case, she was just so interested in it, and we did have some time to chat, that I did divulge the fact that it was a wig. And I honestly believe she's going to go out to one of the retailers and buy this wig. So that's just kind of the thing you want to be aware of when you wear a wig. Be prepared to engage in conversation about your hair. Be right back. So next, this little beauty right here. You're going to see a pattern here with my styles. So straight up with a twist, we've got Pitch Perfect, and then we have Phoebe by Tony of Beverly. All very similar styles. This is more of a wedge. The Phoebe's more of a wedge than the other two, but this is such a cute style, and the color is Coconut Cream, which I absolutely love. It is a medium gold blonde with a lot of pale gold blonde highlights, and I just love it. So let's go ahead and put that one on. So here she is, Phoebe by Tony of Beverly in the color Coconut Cream. So again, just a super cute style. It still has all this length and face framing layers, but it does wedge up into a nice practical nape. So if you see any bio hair and things sticking out, I'm just literally and rapidly taking my wig off and putting a new one on. So I would give it a little more attention before I walked out the door. Awesome, awesome wig. And Phoebe is a lace front and an open cap with lots of permatease there. I love the permatease for height, and I can really work that part typically to obscure any obvious permatease. But the movement is so awesome, I just don't believe anybody's going to see that permatease. It's not a rooted color, although this particular style does come in a lot of different rooted options. Tony of Beverly has some of the most color options that I've seen, and so it's worth checking out. Okay, so next, let's see. I love my Carlota by Belle Madame in my top 5 all-time favorite styles. This is my Carlota, and this one is in the Swedish Lawn Root. So I'll go ahead and put it on. It's very similar to Editor's Pick, perhaps a little bit shorter and lighter. So let's go ahead and put this one on. So here's Carlota by Belle Madame in the color Swedish Blonde Root. This wig, the fibers are so fine, and the texture and the density are so realistic. So therefore, I really thought that I might have troubles with the longevity of this wig and style. But this is the original Carlota that I reviewed about a year ago. And I would really have to stop and think about how many times I've worn it, but I've washed it at least 3 times. And this dries and reshapes like a champ. I absolutely love it. It seems like the more I wash and wear it, the better it gets. And because it is a short style, you're not getting a lot of friction. I never take a brush through it. I just kind of finger style it and fluff it. Now I have used barrettes and some accessories here, but just an amazing style, and absolutely love wearing. It is a lace front and a left mono part, and then we have an open back. It's very light. It weighs less than 3 ounces, guys. It's super light, and there's very limited permatease on this one compared to other mid-length curly styles. So here we go. Now this particular style, I think you all know that this is a European brand. It is not widely sold and readily available in the US. Heather at Sister Wigs does bring this back to her store now and then. So go out to sisterwigs.com, and I think her brand new clearance site, which is wigcloseouts.com, has several options available in this style if they haven't already sold. I was just on it yesterday and I did see that there were probably 4 or 5 Carlotas available. So check it out. So Carlota is another favorite. I have been wearing Heather by Rena of Paris, and I think I shared with you recently that I did wear my Dolce, and I wore it to when we went up to Lake Erie. We went across to Kelly's Island. It was really windy and things like that, so this one worked out very well for me for that. And this one is Sweet Talk in Sunkissed Beige shadow shades, and I love this one. I tend to bring it back in a bit of a barrette. It just gives it some style and some interest. So that's the other thing, guys. You know, a lot of these style segments that I do in my wig reviews, I do them to show you what you can do with the wig, and a lot of it seems redundant, like I do the same things over and over again with different styles. So I do that for 2 different reasons. Number one, I want to show you what you can do with that particular style, because that same styling technique might look different on this style as opposed to the one before. So I do that. And then the other reason why I do it is because when I'm playing around with that wig and styling it, you really get a sense of that wig's density and movement. And that's really important. So you can see as I'm fluffing and turning if there's any exposed wefting that you're noticing. You know, this just is all the information that you're going to need to make a good decision on a wig for yourself. And there may be some things that you pick up on camera that I wasn't aware of and sort of in real life. So that's why I do that, and I think I'll go ahead and continue to do a style segment, even though a lot of those styling techniques are very redundant. I don't get into really fancy styling. That's really not my thing. I am an extremely busy person. I'm on the go all the time. I have a very active job, and I'm just really a tomboy at heart. So although I like to get dolled up now and then, I'm just really I'm very active. I like exercise, and I like working out. I like engaging in things and just really, really staying active. And so I have to have wigs that in styles that work for my lifestyle. So again, this is Sweet Talk. I've been wearing her quite a bit. This is the other Belle Madame Carlota that I have, and it is in the color Danish Blonde Root, and it's very gold compared to this one. So here's a neat little color comparison for anybody who's interested. So this is Danish Blonde Root, and next to it then is the Swedish Blonde Root. This one is more platinum, and it does have a bit of a butterscotch underlighting here, but it's not extremely gold as the Danish Blonde Root is. I love both colors. This one definitely is more ashy and brighter and lighter than this one. So ultimately what is going to happen is that I'm going to get tons of mail that says, Taz, you did not show this particular wig. Don't you like it anymore? Guys, my closet, you've seen my collection, it's huge. I never keep a wig around that I'm not wearing, at least in my rotation. So I'm just showing you wigs that I have worn within the last 30 days quite a bit. And I do have some other shorter styles, like the Heather I've worn quite a bit. My Crisp, I envy quite a bit, but I'm not going to show those today. I do have some reviews lined up for those. But these are just a few little tidbits, and I think this is really important because I'm wearing these wigs a lot. And so I'm going to be able to point out any flaws I feel like there might be. And the fact that I'm wearing a lot means they look good, they're practical, and I So that's it for today, everybody. So I might actually bring a favorites back into my lineup of videos here coming up. I think that that's kind of cool. And I've seen a lot of the makeup and reviewers at Health and Beauty where they'll go and experiment with different products and things and then bring you a list of their favorites every so often. So I think that might be something that I'll want to do for you as well. All right, very good. Everybody enjoy your day. Have a happy summer.